Hi and welcome to Best in Tesla News episode 46. Volkswagen might be in some trouble with their sales of the ID3. And the Tesla Model 3 gets yet another crown to wear and is also dominating the EV market in Australia. And Tesla get an invitation to come and build a Gigafactory in the UK. And the Tesla stock goes to new highs, and Tesla might have a little Christmas present for us in an over-the-air update. All this and much more to come in today's episode. Let's dive right in.
Let's put our living stereo stylus in this groove.
And we just had a crazy week for the Tesla stock. Since it was the last week before S&P 500 inclusion and there was a lot of stock to be bought, the Tesla stock price ended up at $695 after close on Friday, an all-time high. And as soon as the market opened Friday, their stock just took off like a rocket. And if anyone is counting, Elon Musk's net worth was last week $50 billion short of Jeff Bezos. But now he's only $20 billion short of catching Jeff.
Jeff who?
Don't know what will happen with the stock on Monday, but 120 million shares worth over $80 billion that had to be bought Friday must do something big to the stock. Of course, all this can go away again after all the hype for the S&P 500 inclusion for the last couple of months that has made the stock skyrocket. But no matter what will happen short term, I still think long term we have still only begun. And I think 2021 will be a very interesting year, and I can't wait to share it all with you guys. Going to be one hell of a ride. And Bloomberg made this short little video about this 32-year-old that put everything into Tesla and became a millionaire. And I thought I would just play that little video for you here.
My name is Brandon Smith. I'm a 32-year-old video producer. So I originally invested in Tesla in 2017. I invested $10,000 and today it's worth, I think, about $1 million, give or take a couple $100,000 depending on the day. And you know, it's really only just beginning. I found this guy, his name was Galileo Russell on YouTube. He has a channel called Hyperchange, and his first or second video kind of inspired me, and I looked around further and I found this forum called the Tesla Motors Club forum. And there was these really smart people that covered the company in ways that, frankly, I just wasn't seeing in the news. And I was like, these guys are digging deep into the financial documents of the company and really knew what they were talking about. My reaction when this stock exploded in 2020 was, finally, I mean, the stock traded flat from 2014 through 2019. Back in 2017, you know, you could see the direction that the world was going. I mean, these weren't just cars that we're talking about. We're talking about propulsion in general. Planes, trains, automobiles, you name it, all of this stuff is going electric. I have never really thought of a point to where I would say, I'm good, I'm gonna sell. You know, yeah, I'm currently at a good spot, but if you look at the company's trajectory, we're only at the beginning. I have no reason to sell, mostly because, you know, I've got my own place to live right now. I'm not in any big hurry. There's no real reason to completely upend my life and ruin the ability for me to, you know, look at this growth rate and just give up on it and say, yeah, I don't want to be a part of that. That's crazy. You got to be a part of this. That's all I'm saying.
And the never-ending success of the Gigafactory 3 in China continues to impress. Now we see proof that the Gigafactory 3 is ready for starting production of the Model Y, thanks to Wu Hua that makes great drone videos of the Gigafactory 3. And he has just made a video about the factory where we can see a whole bunch of covered Model Ys were parked outside. And we did also see Tesla test driving the car around the factory. And China media also reports of production starting this month after visiting the factory. This is about to get really crazy when Tesla is not only producing about 22,000 Model 3s a month in the Gigafactory 3, but also ramping up Model Y. And Elon did confirm on Twitter that he will be coming to visit China next month, maybe to do another dance. And Tesla China also turned on 29 supercharging stations in one day in China on the 15th of December, with mostly version 3 chargers. Yeah, Tesla China is not messing around, they are full speed ahead. Get ready for an epic 2021. And let's take a look at the Gigafactory 5 in Texas, because that is picking up momentum like nothing else. Buildings are really starting to take shape and the installation of the concrete footings is just everywhere. There are more than 1,000 of them on the site. It is just amazing the speed at which this site is being built. I think this phase of the factory will be done in less than a year, just as we saw with the Gigafactory 3. I know I have said this many times, but 2021 is going to be an insane year for Tesla. And if we take a look at Gigafactory Berlin, there's just factory everywhere. And the finished picture of the site is really starting to take shape. It doesn't take much imagination anymore to see the finished factory. We are getting really close that all the exterior is done. And Tesla did get a little setback in the deforestation because of some snakes in the forest. But that should all be cleared now and Tesla can continue. And if you believe the media, Tesla stopped construction at the site because Tesla apparently had not paid the €100 deposit. But as we can see on the videos from Gigafactory 4 Tesla and Toby Lin and all the other guys filming out there, there are still construction going on. And I have no doubt that it will all be sorted out and construction will continue as planned, as we have seen many times before at the Gigafactory 4. The Tesla Model 3 is the most popular electric vehicle model in the world, and its appeal continues to grow. At this point, chances are high that it will again become the best-selling electric car in the Netherlands at the end of the year, as registration data of December the 12th shows that Tesla Model 3 has become the best-selling plug-in for the entire year. In just 12 days in December, Dodge registered 1,734 Model 3s, already making it the best-selling plug-in in 2020 to date. According to the Government Service for Road Traffic of the Netherlands, a total of 6,079 electric vehicles from Tesla were registered this year, closely followed by the Kia Niro, which is only a hybrid, but at third place we had the Volkswagen ID3, that is a fully electric car, and the popular Renault Zoe is down at 8th place. And other places where Tesla is dominating the EV market is in Australia. Even though the electric car space is growing and more competitors comes to market, Tesla continues to dominate the sales in Australia. Local report points to Tesla selling twice as many electric vehicles as all rivals combined. Not surprisingly, almost all of the Tesla vehicle exported to Australia in 2020 were the Model 3, at nearly 3,000. To put it in perspective, only about 5,000 electric cars have been sold in Australia so far this year. So yeah, no demand problem on the Aussie continent. Yes, the Tesla Model 3 is a very popular car and has yet again been crowned as the top-rated EV of 2021 by Edmunds. The 2020 Tesla Model 3 wins the title of top-rated EV in the Edmunds Top-Rated Awards for 2021 for the second year in a row. According to the online automotive resource, no other vehicle can match the Tesla Model 3. Can't agree much more to that, but let's celebrate the success of the Tesla Model 3 that has pretty much won every award there is to win by hearing Edmunds themselves tell us why Tesla Model 3 wins once again.
No other manufacturer to date has yet to offer an EV for the money that's as appealing to drive, look at, and use on a day-to-day basis as the Tesla Model 3. That's why it's our pick this year and the defending champion for Edmunds' top-rated electric vehicle.
The award goes to the car itself and not the Twitter antics of CEO Elon Musk. We remain skeptical of lots of Tesla's promises, from future vehicles to the so-called full self-driving. Frankly, believe it when you see it. But to focus on such things is to devalue the merits of the vehicle itself, which are ever improving. Tesla's practice of updating its software over the air means dynamic refinements and new features arrive without you having to visit a service center. It's not always glitch-free, and rivals are introducing similar systems, but for now at least, Tesla leads the way. Our choice remains the entry-level Standard Range Plus, and for the upcoming 2021 model year, Tesla is introducing such niceties as black trim and wireless phone charging.
While it's unlikely you'll match Tesla's claimed range figures, we never have. There's enough real-world range for most shoppers. Plus, buying in gets you access to the Supercharger network, which remains the most robust fast-charging setup across the nation. The Model 3 is a powerful, attractive, and highly functional EV that serves as an excellent commuter for shoppers who are ready to adopt all-electric mobility. Edmunds has owned 2 Model 3s. Our editor-in-chief bought one for his family car. That's the strongest recommendation we can make.
And let's just hear from the car man himself, Jay Leno, why he bought the Tesla back in 2015.
I bought a Tesla not because it was environmentally friendly, although it's a good reason, but because it was the fastest accelerating four-door car you could buy. I like fast cars, and this happened. It had the range, it had the speed. I bought it in 2015. I have done nothing to it. It's never been to a dealer for a repair. I just drive it. When I want to have fun, I'll take out my 1960 Triumph TR3 and bomb around. But in terms of everyday vehicles, you can't beat it.
Yes, Jay Leno knows. And speaking of Model S, the refreshed Model S could start production in the beginning of 2021. Tesla shut down Model S and Model X production line at the Fremont factory. There are of course a lot of speculation on why Tesla is doing this. The bears would say, demand problem. But I think it could be the long-awaited refresh of the Model S and X. And maybe also to make the production line ready for the new Model S plaid version that is coming out next year. And we do know that the Fremont factory will support the Giga Berlin with the 4680 cell when it's up and running. But that is still a long way out, so maybe the production of the new battery cells at the Fremont factory is going so well they could put these batteries into the Model S and X that are coming out of the Fremont factory. Because as Elon did say, they were already at 10 gigawatt hours production rate at the pilot line in Fremont. And it has been running for a couple of months already, and are going to continue to run for maybe up to 6 months before they maybe have to send all the batteries over to Giga Berlin. And the production volume of the Model S and X are not very high. The 10 gigawatt hours of battery production a year would actually be enough, because they're not making more than 90,000 Model X and X per year. This is of course just speculation, but if they are already producing a lot of 4680 cells at the Fremont factory, so why not put them in use instead of waiting for 6 months and just piling up batteries at the Fremont factory? Why not get some prototype production going at the Fremont factory with the new refreshed Model S and X with the new battery cells and test them out? Elon did say that the Model Ys coming out of Giga Berlin would be the first cars coming with the new cells, but maybe Tesla will do some prototype testing at the Fremont factory with the new cells in the Model S and X, and just getting them ready for prime time later in 2021. But we of course don't know. But what do you think is going on with the production stop at Fremont? Let me know in the comments below. And I am definitely crossing my fingers that this is the case, that 2021 will be the year of the refreshed and new Model S version with the new battery cells. That would be awesome. And Tesla rolls out new solar panel options by adding new sizes and prices. The new, more well-rounded option provides a fit that will cater to even more households. Tesla's Q3 earnings letter detailed the company's skyrocketing demand for solar panels. Energy storage deployment reached a record 759 megawatt hours in Q3, and Powerwall demand is continuing to grow. With solar panel, Tesla said that its low-cost system are starting to have impact. Tesla's solar deployment continues to grow and more than doubled in Q3, thanks to Tesla's solar roof and solar panels. Going to be exciting to see the result of Q4, and 2021 could be the year where Tesla's solar business really takes off, as demand is only going up and Tesla has some of the cheapest prices in town. And Elon did explain how that was possible. The other solar companies spent heavily on salespeople, advertising, and complex financing instruments. We don't. And even though the pre-ordered ID3 is flying out of the dealerships, this might not continue. Yes, even though the Volkswagen CEO Herbert Diess received board backing for his aggressive electrification plan, they still have some big problems ahead, because Greenpeace did a study where they sent 50 secret shoppers out to 865 German dealerships. And only 8 of the 50 shoppers were recommended to buy the ID3. And every shopper did ask multiple questions about electric cars, like charging stations available, charging at home, overloading the grid, fire hazard, and what it means for the ID3 to be climate neutral. And nearly half, 48% of the answers given to these questions were wrong, or the dealer was unable to give an answer. On top of this, several dealers even gave some life to the myth about electric cars to discourage shoppers from buying them. And even though this looks really bad for the dealers, they pointed the fingers back at Volkswagen, say they have not got the right training and there is no incentive for them to sell the electric car. No matter what, this is kind of the trend we see at most dealership. I had the exact same experience at the Mazda dealership. They even called the MX-30 an electric piece of crap. They would not like me to buy this car. So this is really a big problem for Big Auto, even though Volkswagen is talking big about the ID3 and looks to be selling really well, but that is mostly the pre-orders that are coming through the dealership. When they get through pre-orders, then what? What will happen to the sales when most people buying cars still goes to dealership and those dealers still don't want to sell electric cars because it's not good business for them? So Volkswagen has many hurdles to get over before the electric future they are talking about can come true. They still make them in very small quantities because they don't have the batteries. The last year only 1% of Volkswagen cars were electric, so still have a very long way to go. The dealership don't want to sell them because it's not good business for them to sell the EVs. They don't know much about the electric cars and they don't get to earn a lot of money on the maintenance as they used to. So even though Volkswagen are talking big about electric cars and spending billions of euros making new electric cars, they have hardly started turning this big polluting ship around. There is still a long, expensive way to go. They are only about 1% of the way there. So crossing my fingers that Volkswagen will take this dealership problem very serious, because it is a big problem for them. Mercedes unveils several new electric car prototypes, preparing 6 EVs to enter production. The German automaker has had a slow start into electrification, with so far only the EQC electric SUV, which has itself had a slow rollout and delayed launch in North America, and Daimler board members themselves have called it a failure. But now Mercedes-Benz is getting ready to accelerate its electric vehicles rollout. The automaker released a more detailed look at its plan to bring 6 new EQ electric vehicles to production in 2021 and 2022. Launch of the electric luxury sedan EQS in the first half of 2021. Production of the first all-electric compact SUV EQA also in 2021. Second all-electric compact SUV, the EQB, production launch also in 2021, and the EQE business sedan in 2021 as well, and an SUV variant EQS and EQE beginning in 2022. So 6 new EVs in the next 2 years is definitely good, but as we have talked about before, they don't really have the batteries to make hundreds of thousands of these EVs, so will probably still be a small part of their production, but showing moves in the right direction. Very nice. And Canoo unveils a $33,000 electric delivery van and teases a new pickup truck. If you don't know who Canoo is, it is a startup company that has revealed its electric car. A very futuristic looking car, which should have decent range of 200 to 300 miles depending on the model of course, and should come out sometime in 2021. But now the startup has revealed they will also make a delivery van, and that they at some point want to join the party of the electric pickup trucks. This could be some competition to the old automakers, as Mercedes that is also betting on electric vans, as I reported on last week. But this little van seems to have better specs for a better price, so yet another startup company that is threatening the old boys in the game. Yes, it is no longer just Tesla that is pushing the old automakers to go electric and fast, because more and more startups are seeing the light of day and will come out with new EVs in the next couple of years. Of course, it's not easy making a whole new car company and mass produce cars. Just because Tesla has succeeded at it, it does not mean that everybody can just come in and make electric cars successfully. We all know the hell Tesla has gone through the last 10 years to get where they are today. It has been anything but easy. So all these startups still has to show more than just a prototype. Mass production is the real challenge. But they don't have a big ship to turn from ICE to electric vehicles like the old manufacturer does, which is going to be just as hard as starting up a whole new car company. But it will be very interesting to follow the next couple of years to see who will be able to really start something new up and who will be able to turn their old big ships around. And Japan has doubled the incentive for buying electric cars. These new incentives can be used together with incentive provided by local authorities. For example, in Tokyo, pure electric vehicles will be able to receive incentive of up to $10,600 US. Japan may also join the list of countries that will soon ban the sales of new gasoline-powered vehicles. According to the plan, the ban could take effect in the middle of the 2030s. By the end of the year, Japanese industry minister is to develop a plan for a phased transition to electric and hybrid vehicles. Yeah, Mazda and Toyota better get their act together and get some more electric cars on the road if they want to sell some cars in 15 years. And let's squeeze the last short topics into this news show. Yes, it is time for the Tesla Shorts. Tesla is the first and only US automaker to honor the commitment to equip all of its car models with automatic emergency braking, which was done a few years earlier than required. Nice job, Tesla. And we see that Tesla's sales in Norway are going up, despite what all the short sellers have been trying to say, that the demand in Norway has disappeared. But in reality, it is going up. And Norway also extended their big tax reduction incentive on electric cars for another 2 years. So Norway will just continue their fast adoption of EVs. SpaceX received approval to offer Starlink internet in Germany. Awesome to see this coming to countries in Europe. Hopefully Denmark will get it soon as well. We are after all a more northerly country than Germany, Elon, so let's get that Starlink internet going in Denmark, shall we? And SpaceX also completed their 25th launch this year during this week, putting yet another satellite into space. Congratulations, SpaceX. It looks like Tesla is looking to enter the Romanian market, as the company has begun recruiting for a position in Bucharest, Romania's capital. The first employees that are needed are the service center employees. Yes, Tesla continues to expand in Europe. And the Boeing company's Las Vegas Loop gets unanimous approval from Las Vegas City Council, getting real close to see this first boring tunnel in action. Tesla received the invitation to build UK Gigafactory with full cooperation of local authorities. Regional leaders in the northeast of the UK called on Elon Musk to build a factory in Teesside, saying that the work could begin as early as February and Tesla would not face any delays or obstacle in the construction as Tesla sees in Germany. Yes, everybody wants a Tesla factory. And the US Space Force also had an announcement.
On behalf of the President of the United States, to announce that henceforth, the men and women of the United States Space Force will be known as Guardians.
I am Groot. I am not boring, you're boring.
And yet another city gets some Teslas for their police cars. Spokane City has just got 4 new Model Ys added to their fleet of patrol cars. And as we have talked about before, this will save Spokane a lot of money on gas and maintenance and get the cars to be more on the road. And Redding Police Department in California will also get a Tesla Model 3 as a police car. Yes, electric as patrol cars are going to be the obvious choice very soon, as more and more police departments can show off just how much money they are saving with a better and faster car. And don't think you can just push a Tesla off the road, even though this stupid man tried to. Yeah, even a little Tesla Model 3 weighs almost 2 tons. So ICE cars don't stand a chance against a Tesla in so many ways. Oh, you stupid little man. And rumor about some form of full self-driving beta may be included in the 2020 holiday over-the-air update. Yes, please. That would be a great Christmas present. That is all I want for Christmas.
All I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth.
And speaking of full self-driving, if you haven't seen Tesla Raj's new video of his Tesla taking on the Lombard Street in San Francisco, the world famous street, very steep with 8 very sharp turns, and the full self-driving didn't make it 1 month ago, but now 5 over-the-air updates later, it made it all the way down without any inconvenience. Amazing. Links to Tesla Raj video down below. Go check it out. And before we end off with a bit of fun, I just want to make a quick shout out to my new Patreon and member of this YouTube channel. My new Patreon, hopefully little, and my new thank you for watching members, Eamon Punya, and my new Be Nice and You Are member, Mitch Sherback. Thank you so much for your support. And one last thing, the winner of my Christmas calendar competition is Glenn W. Joke. Nikola partners with Toyota for EV platform, GM for body, Pixar for design, and IKEA for self-assembly instructions. Very good, Glenn. I will contact you on YouTube for more details. In the meantime, you should go check out my merch store to find out which t-shirt you would like. And let's end off with a bit of fun. And this being the last news episode before Christmas, I just want to say Merry Christmas, everybody. And that is all we have time for in this news episode. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps out this video a lot. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for your support. If you want to support the channel even more, remember you can, for as little as $1, become a patron of the show and get your shout out here on this channel. You can also become a member of Best in Tesla YouTube channel and get shout outs and some extra perks. Hit the members button to find out more. But going forward, I will make more videos available for Patreons and members only, so don't miss out. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter. I tweet all the news and more in there as it comes out. And thank you for watching. And until next time, take care out there and be nice.